Life is a journey, make the most out of it. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Hello everyone, and in this video we'll be talking about United States of America. The United States is by far the most famous country in the world. It's famous for its attractions such as Grand Canyon, tech innovation, sports, and it has a large imprint on the global culture thanks to famous movies, television shows, and music. The USA is a country of 50 states covering a vast swath of North America, with Alaska in the northwest and Hawaii extending the nation's presence into the Pacific Ocean. Major Atlantic coast cities are New York, a global finance and cultural center, and capital Washington, D.C. Midwestern metropolis Chicago is known for its influential architecture, and on the West Coast, Los Angeles, Hollywood is famed for filmmaking. The two great sets of elements that mold the physical environment of the United States are first, the geological, which determines the main pattern of landforms, drainage, and mineral resources, and influences soil to a lesser degree, and second, the atmospheric, which dictates not only climate and weather, but also in large part the distribution of soils, plants, and animals. Although these elements are not entirely independent of one another, each produces on a map pattern that are so profoundly different that essentially they remain two separate geographies. American architecture probably begins in the 17th century with the colonization of North American continent. Settlers from various European countries brought with them the building technique and the prevailing forms of their respective homelands. Colonial architecture was subsequently adapted to the topography and the climate of the chosen site. The availability of building materials, the dearth of trained builders and artisans, and the general poverty of the settlers. Only in New Orleans, where the French government sent skilled architects and engineers, was anything produced that approached the sophistication of architecture in France. The comparatively short Spanish domination of Florida also produced highly complex structure. Mexican barbecue details and the church forms appeared in a new and simpler guise, as in the Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and California missions. The Dutch, who settled in New Amsterdam, now New York City, were traders for the most part, and the example of their residential work can be seen throughout the Hudson River Valley. Toward the end of the colonial period, architectural styles based on a more precise study of ancient Roman and Greek buildings were beginning to appear in Europe. This shift in taste coincided with the American Revolution, and the neoclassical style became closely identified with the political values of the young republic. In interior decoration, the Adam style, as it was then popularly known in England, was soon translated to American use through the pattern book of Benjamin. Wright, generally acknowledged as one of the greatest architects of the 20th century, developed a highly original approach to residential design before World War I, which became known as the Breyer style. His early work, executed in and around Chicago, combined open planning principles with horizontal emphasis, asymmetrical facades, elevations, and broad, sheltering roofs as seen, for example, in the Rowe House. Wright, who stood apart from the European-derived modernistic mainstream, continued to design buildings into his old age, producing some of the finest and most idiosyncratic works, such as the Guggenheim Museum in New York City. The unornamented, machine-inspired aesthetic of European modernism was introduced to the United States through such foreign-born architecture as Richard Neutra, Rudolf Schwedler, and William Lesques during the 1920s. Later, they adopted the international style. The functionalist mode of architecture became preeminent in the United States after World War II, particularly in the design of corporate office buildings. With the immigration to the United States of such prominent Europeans as Walter Gropius and Mies, the curricula of many American architectural schools were revamped along the lines of Bauhaus in Germany. Symmetrical facade, gable roof, and rectangular shape, 2 to 3 stories, brick or wood, siding with simple and classical detailing, elaborate entrances, pillars, columns, dormers, and decorative shutters are some of the features of American architecture. The ranch home is one architectural style that is truly American. It gains prominence in American West and it's sometimes known as the Californian ranch. Today, ranch home can be found in many communities. They are known for their single-floor layout and low roof lines. Thanks for watching this video till the end.